ITV Evening News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. Fresh from last week's local election losses, Rishi Sunak suffered another body blow moments before Prime Minister's questions today as another of his MPs crossed the chamber to join Labour. Natalie Elphick, who represents Dover, caused shockwaves in Westminster as she sat down on the opposition benches. She said the government's record on small boats was one of the main reasons behind her defection. Sir Keir Starmer said he was delighted, but not everyone in his party is as happy. Our political correspondent Harry Horton reports. There's much more reaction to that shock announcement on this week's episode. Tech companies have been warned they face serious consequences if children continue to be exposed to harmful material online. The media regulator Ofcom today laid out new rules for social media firms, demanding they enforce age limits and rewrite the algorithms that feed young people a constant stream of pictures and videos. So will the new rules have any kind of effect on the billionaire tech giants? Here's our North of England reporter, Kelly Foran. Aid agencies have warned of dire consequences after the Rafah border crossing in southern Gaza was forced to close. It was seized by the Israeli military, which says it is targeting Hamas positions in the city. The crossing has been the main source of aid for millions of displaced Palestinians and from where injured people can be evacuated. Well, this from our senior international correspondent, John Irvine. Well, next tonight, a disabled woman who was jailed over the death of a cyclist has had her conviction overturned. Oriel Gray was found guilty of manslaughter after gesturing and shouting at Celia Ward, causing her to fall into the path of a car. But today, judges ruled her actions should not have been considered a criminal offence. Neil Connery is at the court. Hello and welcome back. Doctors hope a new trial could transform the lives of hundreds of thousands of children born with food allergies in the UK. Those involved are being given tiny doses of milk and peanuts to build resistance. It's being funded by a foundation set up in the name of Natasha Ednan-Laperouse, who died at the age of 15 after a severe reaction. Her parents hope that experiences like theirs might one day be consigned to history. Natasha Potts has more. Prince Harry was joined by his late mother's brother and sister at a service marking the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. The Duke spoke briefly with Earl Spencer and Baroness Fellows before the service at St Paul's Cathedral, but there was no time for a catch-up with the King. Both camps had already made it quite clear the pair were too busy to meet. Here's our royal editor, Chris Shipp. There is plenty more to come on the ITV Evening News, including... And that's all we have time for this evening. Tom will be here later with news at 10, but from me and all the evening news team, bye-bye.